Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be a walk around video of one of our friends' Jeeps. We have today Mr. Dave Rice. How's it going, man?
Kyle?
So what we've got here is Dave has a, what do you have here, Dave? I'll let you explain it.
So we have a 2015 JKU.
Sahara, right?
Oh yes, sorry, Sahara.
Oh, you're fine. So when did you get this Jeep?
I think in 2020.
Okay, cool. And any particular reason that you got it?
Because I've always wanted a Jeep and it was my lifetime impulse buy.
Sweet, cool. What better story starts with that?
Yeah.
All right, so let's start up front here. What do we have here? What kind of bumper is this?
So we've got the Poison Spider, I believe Basher or Brawler, one of the two. Just your standard bumper, nothing fancy.
Sweet, yeah, it looks really good. Any skid underneath for that?
No, not yet. So still waiting to put that under.
All right, and then what else do we have? We have a winch bolted onto that bumper.
Yeah, so we have the Harbor Freight Badlands APX 12,000 pound winch with a synthetic line. So far I haven't had any problems with it. I see a lot more Jeeps nowadays running that. And it's pretty comparable to Warren, but I'm not gonna say it's better than Warren.
And then, of course, a Badlands fair lead.
Mm-hmm.
Any particular hook here? Is that
That's the
their
Badlands.
Badlands?
Yep.
Sweet. All right, what else do we have? We got some lights here, I see.
Yeah, so these are pretty much nothing fancy, no name brand. Just, I believe these are like Amazon or maybe Tractor Supply. They're still pretty bright.
And then same thing for...
Correct. I believe they're called Travelers.
Cool. And then you got a flag mount.
Yep.
We go to the dunes, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Anything else up front? Different headlights.
Yeah, so aftermarket halos with the amber turns in there.
So these will turn. He'll demonstrate that real fast. Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
All right.
And then we just have the ambers in the bumper.
Sweet. Okay. All right. What else do we have? See, we got some different fenders.
So we're running the...
Dude, sorry. I am so jealous of these fenders. They look so good, so clean.
So we're running the Aries all aluminum aftermarket fenders, along with the Aries inner fender well. And then I took them down and had them powder coated.
Yeah, man, those look so freaking good.
I mean, it's dirty, but
Hey,
it's
we've been out on the trail past 2 days, and we use our Jeeps. It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get into the nitty gritty of what's holding everything up, what's planted on the ground here?
So we have some 17-inch Rhino rim, and those are wrapped with some, I believe, 35 1250 Toyo open countries.
Yeah, those things look so good. That's a really good combination. All right, now before we move on towards the backside, first big thing you guys are gonna notice is the big blue moose. What's the big blue moose?
This is the big blue moose.
All right, any particular reason that you named him that?
Just because we constantly keep going up in size and it just keeps getting bigger. And we like to hang out in the woods. So, moose, woods.
Yeah, I like it. I love the name Big Blue Moose. And you also have a YouTube channel now too, right?
I do, it's coming. It's not quite fully together yet, but it's getting there.
Okay, and what is that called?
Blue Moose Adventures.
Sweet.
So you can check that out.
Yeah, I will put a link to their channel down below. Like he said, he's working on it, so I'm helping him with getting some of that stuff set up. Hopefully soon, we're gonna have some really sick videos for you guys. Dave films a lot of really cool stuff.
We try.
All right, we also have some badges.
Yeah, not many, but we're gonna change that here next summer.
Holly Oaks, Drummond, Duck Rated, Trail Rated, Crawler Rated, Millennial Anti-Theft Device installed. So, one thing that we didn't talk about yet was what motor is in this.
So this is a 3.6 Penn Star, which is just your standard motor. Nothing fancy under the hood. It's all stock. And then underneath we're running, we swapped out the original Dana with an Ultimate Dana 44. We went chromoly half shafts. We went HD ball joints. And then we ended up doing the Reed Racing knuckles with a drag link flip. And then we haven't quite swapped out the tie rod bar and drag link, but we're getting there.
Yeah, man. Super, super stout up front. Shouldn't have any issues up front whatsoever. And then what do you have for shocks? What are you running there?
We're running just the standard 2.0 Fox shocks, as well as the Fox steering stabilizer. And all this is probably going to get changed out here shortly. And by shortly, I mean within, who knows, next 6 months.
Dude, that's awesome. All right, working towards the back. Before we get into the side, what else do people see when they first see the front of your Jeep?
Oh man, they're digging the amber lights.
Yeah.
So again, those are just nothing fancy, just the cheap, I think, Tractor Supply off-road lights. I mean, they do put out some light, and I do like the amber.
I can tell you, like, from going down the road, we're usually leading, and he's usually my tail, and even if it's just us two, like, you can see him from quite a ways back. They give off a good amount of light, but nothing that's like blinding anybody else. It's just a light that you can see. That way you notice where he's at physically. They look so good.
Yep.
So what is this rack here? What is this like?
So we've got the Gobi Rack Stealth for the JK. We just put that on this year. I do love it. It's a little bit on the heavier side, but definitely durable. So looking to put a RTT on there soon.
Sweet. Yeah, man, the Gobi, it's so versatile and what you can mount up to it. Like he's got, what are those? Like a gas cylinder mount? Is that what you have up there?
Yeah, so like the Rotopack mounts.
Yeah. See if I can show you guys. Yeah, he's got those mounted up there so he can mount his
fuel
and then his ground tent, his Gazelle tent. So when that's all stored up in the bag, it all fits into there. By the way, during this video, I'm not sure how well the audio is going to be. This is only like the third time we've used our DJI mics, and I'm assuming it's probably picking up my son over here. Everybody, this is Jen. This is Dave's wife.
Hello.
She's watching Aspen. Aspen's just going ham, aren't you, bub? Dad day. Yeah. And there's my wife. Yeah, you guys have seen her before. All right, so, yeah, the Gobi rack, super sick. Lots of stuff you can mount to it really easily. I really like it. I think it's really neat. I know that his concern with weight is a legit thing too, so we'll see how that pans out for him.
For sure.
All right, what else we have? Anything else that we can see from the side?
No, we just got the awning.
All right, so what do we have here with this awning?
So we got the Roof Nest 270 Batwing awning. I like it. It's got the aluminum shell to it instead of the bag. Comes with the LED lights. Pretty durable so far. Haven't had any issues with it. So pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I can speak from experience on that too. We haven't done any videos on mine, but I've got the same, literally the same awning, and yeah, it bashes some stuff. I think my only complaint with it would be that I wish these straps would be a little bit longer.
Correct.
Because by the time that you fold all of this back in here, it's not that the straps aren't long enough.
It's the eyelets that strap it down.
Which is on the other side. So yeah, when you
so these.
Yeah, those there. Let's see if I can get up close.
Yeah, so if you had these a little bit longer.
Yeah, be easier to get to, easier to close it up faster. That's the only thing that makes me take kind of long is fastening the Velcro back up. On top of having different front fenders, you got some different rear fenders as well. It's the same thing?
Same thing. Aries? Yep, it's the Aries. Inner and outer fender well. We did the same thing with those. Yeah. Powder coated them, and it's dirty, but.
Okay, and then you got some rock lights, I see. Anything particular with those?
Nope, just regular cheap Amazon Sun Pi rock lights. I mean, I've had them on there for, oh shoot, I think 2 or 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they've done excellent. I haven't had any problems.
Sweet.
So, waterproof.
Yeah, they shine some good light. Oh yeah, gotta get all of his stickers in here.
Always.
Okay, whoa, that kind of catches me off guard. What do we have here?
So that's the Dometic pump, water pump. And then we've got that piped into the back, which then that goes to the back seat where we've taken the back seat out.
All right, what do we have here?
So we've taken the back seat out, it's messy in here, and we've put the Dometic 2.9 liter water jug in there. And then we just ran some hose to the back to make it easier to connect and disconnect. So it's like a quick disconnect.
That is so sick.
And then we just have, you know, I'm telling you, that right there, that's awesome. So you get a little light under there, just pumps out tons of water.
Wow, that's awesome.
And it's rechargeable, so.
Who would have thought having a faucet out on a trail?
Oh, I know it.
We're out here in the middle of nowhere and he's got running water.
I got running water, that's awesome.
Okay, working towards the back of your Jeep. Let's start with your bumper. What do you have for your bumper here?
So it's nothing fancy. I used to have a nice heavy duty swing gate bumper, and then it was just too heavy. I mean, I think it was weighing in at almost 200 pounds between the swing gate and the bumper. So we deleted that, and again, just cheap Amazon, nothing fancy, but I think the bumper's only like 50 pounds, so that's why we went with that. So pretty lightweight, and then it retains the factory hitch, so you're pulling on the frame and not the bumper, which is something else I like in case I have to be recovered.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely don't want to rip that off. Okay, before we go inside, because I know you guys are already taking a peek at what's going on inside, let's work around to the tailgate. So, tailgate, we've got a trash bag, it looks like.
Yep. So again, Amazon. I'm a big fan of Amazon.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. So just a backpack. I think it's waterproof, and it comes with an extra, your actual trash can. So you get your trash can in there, and then we use it to store our toiletries and our privy and, you know, anything else. But I mean, it's rated for firewood or tools or whatever you want to put in there.
Sweet.
We've had that for about a year or so, and it's held up pretty good.
Yeah, I'm definitely in need of one of those, that's for sure. It's super nice. You're able to just throw your trash back in there, and away you go.
Pack it in, pack it out.
That's right. Okay, so on the tailgate, what do we have? I see a huge shovel. That's the first thing sticking out.
Yep, so nothing fancy, just a local hardware shovel. Again, you know, keep things usable but yet cheap.
Yeah, like, I mean, we're here at camp and we already had a fire pit dug, but he was able to dig it out quick and easy and ready to go for us to use. So that was nice. Didn't have to pop out a shovel. You just had one ready to go. All right, so what is this here?
So this is just a part of the TerraFlex Alta cargo rack. So there's a whole basket that gets mounted on here. It comes straight across. But again, it looked great. It did well. I mean, you could really dump some weight on the back of that, but again, weight. Seems like everything I like is heavy. So we ended up taking the basket off and we just used this bracket part. So it's easy to mount. We had Rotopacks mounted to there at once. We've got our propane tank mounted to that, and it works out pretty good.
Yeah, that thing is so sick. Propane tank. How big is this propane tank?
So I believe that's just a little 5-pounder.
Yeah.
So, yep, and again, nothing fancy. I think we got that off of Amazon. And it works great. I mean, I haven't had any issues with it.
Okay, now before we go inside, suspension. What are you running suspension?
So we are running the TerraFlex ST3, which is a 3-inch suspension lift. So we've replaced the coils, the upper and lower control arms in the rear, the lower control arms in the front, and then we added the TerraFlex shock absorbers, I guess is what you'd call them.
The bump stops?
Bump stops, thank you. And then we did the TerraFlex quick disconnect for the sway bar.
Sway bar end links?
Yep.
Yeah, man, that is a must. Sway bar disconnects. Sorry guys, I don't want to get super dirty getting underneath it here, trying to show you, but this rig is so capable.
Yeah, we have not had any issues yet.
There hasn't been anything that I have gone up that he hasn't been able to. Actually, there's been a few things I haven't been able to go up that he has.
Now we did re-gear it from a 321 gear to a 488, so we did re-gear it. We also added front and rear Eaton E-lockers, and I have had zero issues with those. So I've been pretty happy. It was back and forth between the ARB lockers and Eaton. I decided to go with Eaton. We are sporting a twin ARB air compressor on board. We could have gone that route, but I like it. I like the setup. Sweet. It has not failed us.
That's what it's all about, making sure it's gonna be reliable. So now that we've talked about the exterior of your Jeep, which first of all, can we just admire how good his Jeep looks? Like, well, seriously.
It's very dirty.
Even dirty, this thing looks so sick. It is one of the coolest looking Jeeps that I've ever seen, legit. And we do a lot of Jeeping, and I really, really like this JKU. Okay, so stepping inside, where do we want to start? Let's start up front and then work our way back, because there's a lot of magic in the back. So what do we have inside here?
All right, so just your standard interior, nothing too fancy.
First thing I'm seeing is you got a big light here.
Yep, and that operates just the ambers up front.
Okay.
So originally when these pod lights come, they come just singles, and we ended up rewiring them to all operate off the two different switches, one switch for the ambers and one switch for the whites. And this one down here operates the ambers.
Sweet. And then where's the other switch at?
So we have a 6 switch panel from Rough Country. Kind of like an S-Pod, but not.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, and then 2 of the switches up there operate the lockers. And then, then the other 2, one operates the rock lights, one operates the floods, and then one operates reverse lights, and one operates the front bumpers, like the ditch lights.
Dude, that's so sick. I know for a lot of you, like, hearing that just sounds like he's taking off in a rocket ship. And yeah, realistically, that's probably what it's like for somebody that were to just hop in here and have to figure out what's what. But knowing that you have those controls at your fingertips easily, at will, whenever you want, is so nice. Like,
for sure.
I can't express enough how making things easy and accessible would be the good word for it. It's a huge thing when it comes to wheeling. Like, I know when it comes to lights, most of the time it's not like a critical thing. Oh shoot, I need to be able to turn on a light. But if he needs his locker in a pinch,
yes,
most of the time you're probably going to have it on already. But
yes,
when he needs it and he's sitting here on an obstacle and he's not getting traction and he's about to tip for whatever reason because of it, he can flip his locker on real quick and instantly have that extra traction, and away he goes. I'm not saying that that's something that happens all the time, but having that accessibility, that one time that you do need it, you'd be surprised.
More than worth it.
All right, so what else do we have? We see we got some grab handles.
Yeah, so those are Hook Off-Road. We put those in a few years back. I did like the solid construction, and they have been great. I haven't had any issues with those.
Yeah, I like those grab handles.
We have those in the front and the back.
So I'm gonna hop in driver's seat here.
Yes.
So one of the other first things that you're gonna notice, hey, we have a manual. So this is a
manual. It's a 6-speed manual.
Sweet. Says it right there. 6 speeds with an R. All right, next thing that you're gonna see up front here. I know what that is. You wanna tell the people what that is?
That is I believe the Vector bar.
Yeah.
So that is a great bar. That was one of my first mods that I put in this Jeep, and that thing has been amazing to put all kinds of mounts and accessories on, from you know, holding your phone to holding your GoPro to holding your tablet for running Gaia or even Onyx mapping system. And we use a lot of Onyx when we're trail riding.
Sweet. Let's see. Oh, yeah, another big thing that you're gonna see right here, standing out to you. What is this, Dave?
So that's gonna be, I believe that one's the Midland, maybe the
MXT 275?
75, I believe, yeah.
That's what it looks like to me.
GMRS radio.
Yeah. For most of you that are following our channel, some of you may know that being in the off-roading community, especially when you're leading and tailing trail rides for like our Jeep Club, you need to have communication back and forth.
For sure.
Most people have heard of CB radios. GMRS is a similar thing. It's just a different type of communication frequency-wise, and it operates different. But nonetheless, GMRS is the way to go these days.
Oh, for sure.
And
Definitely.
having those communications back and forth to let people know where we're turning, or that we have an obstacle that we have to encounter, or if he's in the Jeep and he needs to be able to hear me spot him through an obstacle, I can go out with a handheld and talk him through said obstacle, and he can hear me. And if he needs to give any feedback, he can do the same as well. So yeah, having communications.
Oh, huge, huge.
So, and it's, gosh, having something that's quick and easy as that.
Yep, all your controls. You have a speaker in the handheld as well as in the base unit itself. So you get that almost stereo sound.
Yeah,
which is definitely better for hearing.
for sure. Okay, so you've got heated seats here.
I do.
Wow, that is sick. Now, did you put that in?
Those are aftermarkets, yes.
Now that we've gone over the front, we've got a really nice radio. That's a stock radio, right?
Yeah, that's just stock. It's nothing. I'd like to replace it with a Stinger. Those are definitely nice because you can add, I think, up to 4 cameras, and that'll probably be in the near future to where we can add cameras in the wheel well, 1 in the grill. So when we're climbing, we can see tire placement as well as see whoever is directing left, right,
Yep.
center.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah, some of those rock obstacles, your Jeep's pointing up like this, and you
Yes.
can't really see the person spotting you.
Yeah,
So to be able to see that, that'd be nice.
so.
All right, let's work towards the back here now. What do we have here?
So back here, we've done a little customizing. So we have taken the one smaller seat out. We've built this little platform to go in here. Yep. The green tote, we typically will keep all of our food and supplies and dry goods in there. And then down below, typically we'll have 2 Dometic jugs. The wife drinks a lot of tea, so we carry 1 tea bottle and 1 water bottle. And that typically lasts us for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 days. Then the rest of it's just for gear, recovery gear, medical bag, you know, extension cords, never know.
Yeah.
Tools, definitely tools.
For those of you, I keep saying this, but for those of you that are into wheeling and stuff, you know that extra space and storage is huge. Now granted, that also goes into play of weight too. So
Yes.
It's one of them like balancing acts of, well, you gain more storage space to add more things, but now you added more weight, so then there's the trade-off. So
Yes.
it comes with the territory. So he is definitely well prepared for anything that we have to, encounter along the trail. I mean, as far as like, he's got bug spray, he's got stuff for fire starter, he's got tools, emergency first aid kit. I mean, zip ties,
Yeah.
duct tape, everything that you're probably going to need. So that is huge.
Yep.
All right, what else we got? Oh, all right, guys. Before we get into this is probably one of my favorite parts of this whole Jeep. So this setup has inspired me a lot. It inspired a lot of my Jeep and the direction that we've taken, because I was just absolutely blown away by what this guy was able to do here with the back of his Jeep. So the floor is yours. Would you like to give us a detailed description of what we see here?
So we'll start with the fridge. The fridge is just a, I believe, a 43 or 45 liter ice cold fridge. It's only a single zone, but it's been great. I mean, we bought the slide, and so let me back up. So in this setup, we took all the anchors that you would have, the tie down points in the back of the Jeep. We took those out, and we put custom cut a sheet of plywood, carpeted it, and then we used those same anchoring holes to anchor that down to use as a platform.
Okay.
And then we were able to go ahead and anchor the fridge slide to that, so that doesn't move around. And then in doing so, we were able to also anchor just the 2-drawer system here, and then everything else, as you see. And nothing's really fancy. I mean, this is just all, you know, homemade. So, I mean, we're not talking goose down system, but definitely a lot of my inspiration come from like Trail Recon and, you know, Ozark Overland, and, you know, some of the stuff that they some of the stuff that they've done,
Yeah.
and they've cycled through over the years.
Yeah.
But this is just kind of my concoction, my creation, and it works for me. Typically we'll keep two traveling chairs up here, and then we've got buckles to lock those down.
So one of the other things I was going to mention was that one of our friends, Matt Jenner, he actually was just doing like basically the same exact thing as you for the back of his Jeep, right? So
Correct.
he's got some photos. Do you have photos of when you did your platform?
Oh no, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, I know Matt's got some photos he sent us, so I'll pop those on the screen right now for you guys to check out. So this is essentially what Matt was doing, and he essentially took what Dave was doing, because it's such a great idea to be able to anchor all this stuff. Is that the anchors right there?
Those are. Now that just anchors the drawer system in, and then the little frame that goes around the fridge is just anchored in by
I'm
4.
talking these here, right?
Those are the anchors for the platform.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, those are the anchors for the platform.
for the platform to the Jeep. And then those go for that side, and then you've got them for that side.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah, back to it. So what do you have here for these, for your drawers?
So we just keep, so like in this drawer here, we just keep our basics. We've got cutting board, you know, utensils, cleaning supplies, our little
Oh, you got to open that
kitchen.
up.
Yeah.
I got to see that.
So we-
You guys are going to want to see this. This is so cool. This is a small little bag. Okay, so what do we have here?
So this is our little kitchen, camp kitchen accessory pack, I guess. You know, just your basic things, you know, knife, cutting board, tongs, measuring cup. We keep a thermometer in there, some scissors. Yep, it works out pretty good.
Yeah, so as he's sitting here cooking, he's got all this stuff right there ready to go. So that is so nice.
Yep.
Okay, so what else do we have? This drawer is so sick.
Yeah, this is
so
the. So in here is all of our dish soaps, towels, and whatnots, and I think in here is like seasons and rags and Ziploc bags and just things you might need to pack up dinner or whatever, you know, and foil and extra stuff. So
Sweet.
yeah.
And then you're holding that in with.
So I do have. I mean, this is funny, but these are just baby gate latches that you would use for your cupboards for your kids. And then I just added this little twisty block just to keep this from popping out every now and then. So again, nothing fancy, but it all works for me. So that's great.
I love the little touches.
Yes.
That's so great.
Yep.
Okay, so what do we have up top here?
So in the top drawer we keep coffee, most important thing. Some wipes, pots and pans, small sink, our kettle for making coffee, unless we decide to use our French press, our coffee mugs. We usually keep a couple extra silicone cups up in here. Now these pans are great. We've been using these for a little while. Again, Amazon, I think you get this whole set for, you know, 35, 40 bucks. But it's got a detachable handle, so that works out great. And then this will just push the button, and you can literally just clip it on the pan.
Oh, that's so sick.
So one handle, different spots, plus it breaks apart, makes it compact.
Wow.
So
Dude, that's so cool.
I love it.
Kitchen Academy, is that the brand of that one?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, sweet.
Yep. So And then in our last and final drawer, we just keep some like collapsible bowls. We have plates, lantern, paper towels, and then we have the Omnia.
What is the Omnia for those that don't know?
The Omnia is an awesome little, I don't even know how to describe it.
It's a little oven, basically, right?
Yeah, but you can do so much in there. So this would get put on the burner here, and then this would go in here. And you could make, this would be for cookies, or if you didn't want to do cookies, you could take this out and you could make a casserole, or you could make lasagna, or you could make pretty much anything. We've done tacos, you know, we've made this awesome blueberry breakfast cake out of it. And that was simply delicious.
And that's the topper for it, right?
Yes. So then this goes on, and you got your nice little thermostat.
So sick.
Now this is an art, especially on the camp kitchen, of just watching.
Okay. Sorry, the GoPro ended up getting too hot when we were trying to talk about the Omnia.
Yeah.
It got a little heated, you know, because the Omnia. Oh. So, what else do we have back here, Dave?
So that's pretty much it. I mean, I have some USB ports and cigarette lighter that I keep my fridge plugged into. You know, so that's great.
Something else that's going to be really difficult to show you guys and see.
Tucked right down.
That is the ARB twin compressor.
Yep, twin cylinder air.
So he has onboard air ready to go. So if he needs to air his tires down, he's able to do it. He can air back up.
Yes.
So what do we have here? The last part of your kitchen setup.
So we just have a regular Coleman Gladiator 2-burner grill. Nothing fancy. It's done us well. The only downside I don't like about it is the burners aren't very adjustable. Some of the other ones, they're a little bit better, but I think the Jet Boil has got the best control for being able to control your temperature, simmer, and whatnot.
Yep.
So yeah, someday we'll upgrade.
Sweet. And so what are we sitting on? What is your Coleman sitting on?
Oh, so it's just a custom, let me get this out of the way. So we are just a custom platform. So the way I designed this was to get this out a little bit, so we had a little bit of a prep station.
Yeah, that's super cool. It's like is that like an epoxy?
Yeah, so it's just, we just did something fun with it. Nothing fancy. So then this will swivel around. What? Yeah. Then that gets locked down, and then these straps would go around here, and then you have locking slides where this whole thing just slides right in, stores.
Wow. That is so slick.
Yep, absolutely great. When you get to camp, just do it in reverse. And it makes it super convenient with the propane tank right there. Just bring that around and drop her in. So it's a super quick and easy setup and tear down. You should be good to go.
Now he's ready to cook.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know about you, but that makes me kind of hungry. Speaking of, what's for dinner tonight?
I think we're gonna do kebabs.
Ooh, yes. I'm excited for that.
Yes.
You cooking them?
I'm gonna try.
All right.
I'm missing a few things, but we'll try.
Okay. Got a little EcoFlow going on over here too.
Yeah. So that's the 720 watt EcoFlow power system. That thing has been amazing. We have run the fridge. Our fridge will run like up to 3 days on that. There's tons of videos out there that will actually put that to the test and prove it. And I can tell you firsthand that we have definitely ran that 3 days off that EcoFlow.
Yeah, like on our last overland, not our last, but one of our first, our first overlanding trip, you guys ran that the whole time, right? And
yes.
All right, camera got too hot again. Geez, that's the second time now. Try and keep this video to a minimum at this point. So the EcoFlow, I can tell you from our first overlanding trip, that thing, it was, even though it was still kind of chilly outside, he was still able to power his fridge and anything else over or with it for, what were we gone, 4 days?
4 days.
Yeah, off the grid. We weren't at a campground. We didn't have any power from anything other than our Jeeps. So yeah, that EcoFlow is thebomb.com.
And what I really like about it is you can buy the expansion battery, plug it in right here, and then you can double your power. So it goes from 720 to 1440.
Wow.
So that's huge, and they're small and portable.
So yeah, is there anything else that we should talk about? Is that pretty much?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah, I love this Jeep, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed this walk around because this Jeep needs shown off to the masses, that's for sure. Because you see it now, and you see it in its current state, in its current form, but it may not look like that the next time that you see it on a video. For those of you that may want to see this side, he just has the seat down, has some extra gear. That's what it looks like from the back. But you can see he's got the 2 seats still in here, but the single seat's gone. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna sign off here. Thanks for watching again. Hope you guys enjoyed Dave's walk around video of the Big Blue Moose and his 2015 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. Any final thoughts, Dave?
No, peace out.
All right. You never know. Next video, you might see him in a Gladiator. What?
2015.
No, you're good.
What do you have right up in there?
No, it's really far away. Trust me.